Even online.
Alright, so
Child.
you know what you need in your life? You need Dan. He's the man who can shoot you in the face because he's really cool. But when Dan gets a little too upset, then I have to come in and tell him it's okay, calm down. But guess who comes trotting up? He's gonna steal your ham slices. He's not the Hamburglar, he's just a guy with a gun. And then I teach the guy with the gun how to play basketball. Then we become wrestlers. And then after we become basketball wrestlers, we go we go and find Saint Vinny, and then he gives me this special shirt. Oh, I have to scratch my head. And then what I do with that shirt is I eat it, and then I become super big, and then I kill everyone in the world. But then they all come back to life, and then we all go chat with, yeah. But we move on in our story. Actually, I'm just gonna go away. Alright, moving on in our story, I meet the mysterious masked man who asks me if I'm buying anything today. I say, no, you ain't cool. I'm gonna go hop it with my buddy Alex Jones. Then we gonna become test dummies, and we gonna survive car crashes together. But then, but then, some mysterious flying man comes and shoots us. But what do? We get the power of Boris Yelton. But then I yell at him and tell him, "Hey, stop doing that. Your power is much too strong. You'll bend reality itself. You'll bend the reality of time and space. What are you doing?" And then I do the only thing possible. I wipe everyone's memories because no one can have their homemade ice cream from Bluebell. And then we play a really bad game because my cousin said, "Yo, let's play this." And I said, I look at him in disgust, and I say, "How stupid are you? You're so dumb. Why am I cousins with you? Why don't I have different genetics?" And then I meet my favorite president of the United States, measles and mumps. But there's measles and mumps, and that's the game. All right. After we meet measles and mumps, we go on a ride, and then we go into our house. But then we realize we're in the wrong house. Whatever shall we do? And then some guy says, "Hey, where's my hat?" And then some mysterious rainbow dude comes up with his hat. He's like, "Yo, man, I found your hat." And then they throw a party because they realize I'm super cool. We need a birthday cake, so they got a birthday cake. And then they also brought the chicken catering. And then they they purchased the world, and they made it out of cheese. And then what happened after that was I took and I killed some pigs for just for fun. I didn't shoot them because I was gonna eat them. I just killed them, and I wanted to hang them from a meat hook because that shit's fun to do. And then I meet my favorite YouTuber in the whole wide world, Medic with two eyes. He's playing a clarinet inside a bathtub. I don't know why. Just go with the flow. But if you and then I meet this mysterious stranger who looks at me and says, "Wow, you super cool." And then he shows me the way to the bathroom, so I run there really fast cuz I got to go pee. And then I meet my favorite hometown hero, Mr. Bionicle. He's like, "Yo, kids, eat your Legos, you grow nice and strong." And then he becomes a monster truck. You know what he does as a monster truck? He runs over the entire population of a McDonald's. And then we punch some dudes in the face. I make a new video, and then I eat my bottle of bran flakes, and then I just become Microsoft Office 2007. You know why? Because I feel like it. And then after I become Microsoft Office 2007, we go back to the McDonald's, and then this is what I do. No one will ever know because I'm supposed to be their mascot. And then we go. I throw on some purple. I throw on some helmets, and then I become what everyone wants little kids to be. They want to be football players. Now, what is a football player supposed to do without any protection? That's why I got the hat. That's why I got the helmet on. You feel me? And then I grow. I call the gang again, but I get really fat from all that McDonald's that I ran over. And then I become really angry at the Undertale video game for absolutely no reason. This is going to take too long to say and it's ruining the flow. Then I meet the secondary god of all gods. and then I get cyberbullied by a bunch of little kids. Then I get really, really, really sad. Then I just start crying for 5 minutes. And then I call my family. They help me out with my depression. And then we move on. I legally changed my name to Sabrina Waterhand. And then after that, I get really fat again, and I eat a big old bag of Big Eat Walker's Lamb and Mint Big Eat potato chips. But then I don't realize they have protein snacks in them. Then I become the one and only Biff Strongman. He's the strongest man on the entire planet of Earth. And then I use my super strong muscles, and I write a biology assignment inside of my computer. I hop inside that computer and I write the biology assignment. But then the blue men group, they come up, they try and steal my money. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? I thought you guys were famous. You're not supposed to steal money. You already get like $3 million a day. And then they said, no, give me your money, fool. But then the real blue man group, they came up and said, don't worry, that's just an imposter. And then all my friends wake me up from this terrible dream I was having. They tell me all to play Blockland. I don't know why they did, but they woke me up. And then I went to a Subway. It was in the Midwest of Wisconsin. But then I eat the sandwich, and I guess it had drugs in it. And then I meet my favorite hero in the entire world, Bulk Bogan. He's like a super strong man, and he punches people. And then he punched me, and then I wake up into another dream where it's just like elves shooting each other with Christmas guns. But then a guy with a real gun, he comes up, he shoots all the elves. It's like really scary. And then the virtual reality headset man comes up and he shoots him with a virtual reality headset. You know what game he was playing? He was playing that Nintendo Wii video games. I don't know what you call them, the Pokemons. And then what happened after that, I was trying to run away from everyone because they were trying to shoot me. But then some asshole comes up with his car and runs me over. But then I regroup and rearm. I meet with my best friend again. We shoot all the criminals. We shoot all the criminals that look like this. Because if the criminals look like this, then me and my partner in crime gonna shoot them. Because we can't have people like those robbing our banks. And then I've had my first sex, except it was just my pants falling down. I didn't have sex, which is don't worry about it. And then I blast even more crime. It's the same guy every time. I call him Burrito Bandito because he steals burrito shops and banks. And then I get the real Crime Stopper. He's the true hero. And then I question reality for 5 hours, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 years, 5 months, 5 decades. Because it's a transparent JPEG. But it's me. It's me transcending into reality. But then I meet with my friend again. He's trying to get his glasses all in order. But what do you know? He's like he's extremely angry at me. So then we have a fight. And we put it on pay-per-view. We get lots of money from this fight. But then in the end, we all happy with each other. And then we strike a deal that tells us no more fighting. But then he gets really angry, and then he stands in the streets of Chicago, about to get run over. then what I do is I'm so saddened by my friend standing in the street that I kill myself with a megaphone. But then the next thing happens. I become the one true animal in the sea. You thought it was a dolphin? Nah, you was extremely wrong. I'm talking about a drum set, my dude. And then my friends walk up to me and they said, "What the hell you doing?" Then they yell it so loud that it really hurt my ears. And then they gave me some new ears, and I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man." So I got me some new ears. Then I got really upset with my friends, so I bought them some Spider-Man costumes. But then in the end, I educate them about Islam and the wonders of terrorism. And then my mom gets really mad at me. I try and fight my sister because she's trying to steal my Ramadan food. She's trying to eat my suhoor, but then my mom breaks it up. It's all good. And then I get some emoji pillows, and then I yell "ka-chow" at my best friend because he's trying to kill me. But that's his safe word to keep him away. And then after that, he puts a pump in my ear and starts pumping me up so fat. And then I get really small because all the air's got to flow out somehow. But then I like burst and I go really fast. But then I realize I just have to go to the bathroom again. Then I become Sans the Skeleton from the Undertale video game. But it's alright. I heard he's friendly, but he kills kids for fun. But then I become a cartoon character. Again, what the hell is going on? I become really big and I have a massive thigh gap. And I start shape-shifting again. I have no idea what's going on. But then in the end, everything's good.
Is that the end of the story?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I wish I would have recorded the first one. That lasted 10 minutes.